Hello friends, today I'm going to show you how to lay out your drawing. As you can see, I have a new blank drawing open with the annotate tab is active. Now go to the home tab. When you look at this environment, this is the drawing environment. AutoCAD, when you start a new drawing, it's open with three tabs: the model tabs, layout 1 and layout 2. Then after the layout 2, you see a plus sign. This means you can add more layout if you want to. So when you want to print or plot a drawing, you need to lay out it in paper space in most cases. Now if I click on the layout tab, you see a rectangle floats in a gray background. This white rectangle tells us something. If you look at the white rectangle, just after the white rectangle, the edge of the white rectangle, you see a dashed line. Then you see another object. Inside the object, you see grids. This all tell us something. So we're going to know all the properties of this layout today in this tutorial. First of all, to deal with the layout, you need to have a drawing in your model, where you in your model space where you create your drawing. Now go and open a new drawing. Go to the quick access toolbar and click the open button. This will lead you to a folder where you can open a drawing. Go and open the drawing, designing a 2D house plan. If you did the first tutorial in this channel, then click open. If you don't have this drawing, you can use whatever drawing you have, or you can go and download that tutorial and do that tutorial to have this drawing. Go to the navigation bar and click the zoom extent button. This is our drawing. Now this drawing needs to be laid out for print in the future. Click the layout tab. As you can see, the drawing is displayed in the layout tab. This white background represents the paper, the hard copy, which you're going to print your drawing. This dashed line represents the printed area. Any object that goes beyond this last line is not going to be print. When you want to set your drawing in a layout, you need to select the type of paper you want to use for print out your drawing. So how do you do that? When you are in the layout, another tab added in the ribbon, which is the layout tab. Click this layout tab, give you all the tools that you need to use to lay out your drawing. Now you can right click the layout tab, and in the shortcut menu that appear, you select page setup manager. Also, you can go to the layout and select the page setup. This will bring you to the page setup manager. Now the page setup manager give you the option to create a new layout, or to modify the existing one. In this case, we are not going to create a new layout, we are going to modify the existing layout. Now select the modify button. This will take you to the page setup layout. So in this page setup layout, you need to select the paper size. In this case, the default paper size is 8.5 by 11 inches, which is portrait. We don't want the 8.5 by 11 inches. Even though if we leave it as this, as long as this option is check landscaping, it's still going to be print landscape. But we want to select something that is, we want to select the landscape option, which is 11 by 8.5. 11 by 8.5. Now, as you can see, the preview of the page is changed. Then you have some option which you need to set. You have to be careful in this area. In most cases, set this. If you lay out your drawing in layout, set this area, the scale is 1:1. Then you look at the unit setting that you set in the unit dialog box and change it here. If your unit setting in the unit dialog box was inches, select inches here. If your unit setting in the scale dialog box was metric, select the millimeter. In this case, the unit setting in this drawing is imperial inches, architectural inches. Now click OK. Click close to close the dialog box. As you can see, the dashed line change according to the paper we select in the page setup manager. Now select the current viewport and delete it. This is your paper. So now the next thing you need to do, you need to draw a viewport. What the viewport does is that it draws for you a window. Inside that window, you can see through in the model space and position your object the way you want it. But it's a standard practice for you to make a special layer for the viewport and set that layer to not plottable state. That way, when you plot your drawing, your viewport is not going to plot, except if you want to plot it. Especially when you give a title block to your drawing, there is no need for you to plot the layout, the viewport. So set the put the viewport to a separate layer and set that layer to non-plottable. In this case, we're not going to use a title block. So the viewport can act as the border of our drawing. So there is no need for put it in a separate layer. Now go to the layout viewport tab and select the rectangle option. This asks you to specify corner of a viewport, or this asks you to specify the corner of the viewport or on off fit. This asks you to specify the first corner of the viewport. Press enter to accept the default fit option. Now go to the navigation bar and click the zoom extent. The whole paper filling in the drawing area. Next, double click inside the viewport. Now you are in the paper space mode. Click the model, the paper, to switch in the model space mode. This allows you to continue to edit your object as you are in a model space. When you see the word model space, you can click it to switch back in a paper space mode. Now if I zoom in, the entire white sheet of background is zoom in and out. If I click the paper space again, now if I zoom in and out, only the model can zoom in and out. The paper remain as it is before I select the option. As you can see, the navigation bar is inside the viewport. Now if I click zoom extent, the outer edge is not going to be affected. So click the model to switch to the paper space and click. Now the navigation bar is out of the viewport. Click the zoom extent, then click the paper space again. So as you already may know, objects in AutoCAD are drawn to be in real world units. But for example, this house, you're not going to find any paper that can accommodate this house. So you need to set this drawing to a scale so that the end product can represent the drawing in a reducing scale. Click this arrow and select 1/8 to 1 foot. Click the grid button to deactivate the grid. Alright, this is how to create a layout. If you want a more explanation about layout, let me know in the comments below. And if you find this drawing very useful, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for upcoming tutorials. Thank you.